Oh, we're recording. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't aware that we were recording already. My name is Jared Fuller. Today is Sunday, May 24th, 2020. Joining me off camera this week, Dad and Amy.
Hey.
Lot to get to this week. It has been a very long week. A very long, destructive week here in the state of Michigan. If you are aware of national news headlines, you've probably heard about the flooding situation here in Michigan. It was the city of Midland and Sanford and Edenville. The Tittabawassee River had overflown because we had like 3 straight days of rain nonstop, and the river had... What's that? Okay, but the river had risen to 38 feet. That was way beyond flood stage. And the city of Midland alone had like 9 feet of standing water in the downtown area. They had to evacuate over 11,000 people, and 11,000 people were evacuated unharmed, no fatalities within 12 hours, so that's a good sign, you know, they were able to get everybody out. However, when you watch the footage, you see RVs floating downstream, buildings floating downstream, cars, everybody's, personal possessions and belongings just washing away down the Tittabawassee River. And even the Saginaw area had experienced some of that flooding as well. Not as catastrophic as Midland County or the city of Midland or Sanford or Edenville or any of those places. But if you have been watching the national news headlines, yes, Michigan has had some severe catastrophic flooding issues. And the chief meteorologist at ABC 12 had defined this catastrophic flood as close to tsunami levels. So, and Michigan's not known for tsunamis. But what we experienced last week was very, very close to that. So, but our hearts and our thoughts go out to the people of Midland County, the city of Midland, Sanford, Edenville, the residents along the Tittabawassee, and to the people of Thomas Township and Shields, where the Tittabawassee River also flows through there. It's just been a wild, devastating week here in the state of Michigan as a whole. And on top of that, of course, we've got the pandemic, the COVID-19, and we've also been having wildfires in northern lower Michigan. In the Grayling area, they had to evacuate the residents of Grayling because of the wildfire. Over 100 acres were on fire. And,
Crazy weather. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. They had to, I think it was over 100 acres, and they had to evacuate a lot of people from Grayling. So it's looking like a war zone here in the state of Michigan. As for things here at home, I've been doing okay.
Yeah. Been doing good. I've been hanging in there.
All things considered, with everything going on, I'm
taking it better than what I thought I would.
I've been doing okay.
Yeah, and we've been hanging out with friends that aren't sick, and we're not sick.
Yeah, I'm not sick at all. Maybe just seasonal allergies, but...
There's certain places I won't go, and that's a lot where, like, you got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Like, if you go out to Matt's, and you got Matt's kids and Heidi's kids.
Well, we were there, a couple days ago? Friday?
They were all doing great.
Yeah, they were doing pretty good. I made a promise to my cousin. He's only 4 years old, because I wore my Michigan State Spartans hat. And when he saw me, he realized who I was, and he ran up to me, and I picked him up, and, just kind of embracing him a little bit. And he says, "I love you." I said, "I love you more." And he took my hat off. He says, "I want your hat." I said, "Well, you can't have this hat, but I'll make a deal with you. I'll get you a hat, just like mine, a Michigan State Spartan hat. I'll even get you a pair of green sunglasses, shades for the kids." I said, "Would you like that?" And he says, "Yeah." He got really excited. So now I have to do some hat and sunglasses shopping for a 4-year-old. But that's okay. I don't mind. As far as everything here at home, as we pointed out, I'm doing okay.
See, same here.
I've been busy cutting grass and
I've been doing a lot of isolation again.
Yeah, this
grass, cleaning up the yard.
Yeah, we're staying busy. We're keeping our head above water, staying afloat. Today is my Aunt Cheryl's birthday. Happy 60th birthday, Aunt Cheryl. Today would have also been Grandma Martha's birthday.
Yeah.
She would have been 83.
Yeah. I'm like
83. Yeah, because she's 3 years older than, or no, 2 years older than Grandpa. So yeah, she would have been 83. I had to do some mental math there.
Yeah.
And today I think was Aunt Kathy's birthday. Muff.
I think so too.
May 24th. Yeah. She would have been 70. Aunt Kathy would have been 70 years old today.
Yeah.
Yes, she was born in 1950. She would have been 70 today.
Sister's 60 years old.
Yep. So happy birthday to Aunt Cheryl and Grandma Martha and Aunt Kathy. We all called her Muff because her last name was Moffat, and we all just called her Muff for short.
I have to call Cheryl and tell her happy 60th.
Yeah. Yeah. Now all of Grandpa's kids are in their 60s as of today. But so about this pandemic, I hate to even talk about it, but it's pressing and I have to talk about it. Our governor had extended our safer at home. Now it's called a safer at home order until June 12th. Simultaneously, she reopened northern lower Michigan. Now it is Memorial Day weekend, by the way. Thank you for your service. But it is Memorial Day weekend. If we're being told to stay home, why would you reopen northern lower Michigan? Why would you open any part of the state? Why not just open the whole state back up again?
She's got a party to go to.
Oh, yeah. Her daughter is graduating,
So they're having a party.
so they're going to have a graduation party for her. Now, I'm not at all political, but this
What makes her any special?
this is where I draw the line. Because if we're being told to stay home on account of whatever, well, the people are coming to Lansing to Capitol building and protesting.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
they're not idiots.
Yeah, bullshit, though. Bullshit. You're still leaving. You still reopen northern lower Michigan. So I think at this point, people are just saying, fuck it. I'm going to get up and leave. It's Memorial Day weekend. I'm headed north. Northbound 75 in Bay County was backed up for miles.
Think about this too, Jared. Not to interrupt, but that guy, that barber, he's cutting hair. What makes him any special to let that place be open and any other business that's out there like beauty salons, stuff like that?
Okay, now he changed the subject. He's talking about Carl Mankey. He's a barber in Owasso. He got national headlines for this as well. The state pulled his license. Lara stepped in and suspended his license, took his license away from him. Lara, of course, is licensing and regulatory affairs. They stepped in, took his license, and then he went to Capitol Lawn and started giving haircuts.
Yeah.
So if I can't operate business at my own business, I'm going to come to you. And I'm going to cut hair on your property.
But another thing is, Jared, this is what gets me. He's been in business for 59 years.
Yeah, 59 years,
Tell
yeah.
me he hasn't got money saved up for something, retirement,
I don't know.
something.
I don't know. But getting back to what I was saying about Whitmer, reopening northern lower Michigan,
He's special.
no, what's good for the goose is good for the fucking gander, okay? If you can head north, Governor, if you can head north, then we should be able to go wherever the fuck we want.
Yeah, we should.
Oh, and by the way, the masks, we shouldn't even have to wear those anymore. You don't. A lot of people don't. Cops don't. We were at the gas station last week at the local Admiral here in Chesaning. 2 Saginaw County sheriffs showed up. Not a one of them wore a mask.
one had one on, one didn't.
Oh, I stand corrected. One had a mask and one didn't, but still, that one who didn't wear a mask can make a bit of a difference, right?
I had to use the bathroom, and I walked back, and the sign said employees only. I said, okay, so I walked back by the door.
The bathroom.
The walk in, there's one without the mask, walk back, you got a sign up there. He turned around, starts walking back. The woman at the counter says, oh, no, you can use it. You can get. I said, really? What makes him any special than me? Because I don't have a tin thing on my shoulder.
Because he wears tinfoil on his chest.
Exactly. And I had to go real bad, but they wouldn't let me use it. But the cop offered.
Doesn't matter if you got to go bad or if you don't got to go bad. They weren't going to let you use the bathroom.
You know what's really weird?
Express Stop. BP.
Has theirs open to the public.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just because you cough or you sneeze doesn't mean you have it.
I don't have COVID.
If you look at...
I have seasonal allergies.
If you look at BP, down underneath the toilet paper, they actually have a sanitizer there where you can take the toilet paper and put the sanitizer on it and wipe the seat before you sit down.
Yeah.
Why don't they all do that?
I don't know. Good question. But it's really annoying. This is where it all gets confusing because we just had catastrophic flooding of mass proportions. It's the worst we've seen since 1986 is what they've been saying. Hold on. We have catastrophic flooding. We have wildfires. The governor's telling everybody to stay home while simultaneously opening northern lower Michigan. So if these people who are flood victims have nowhere to fucking go, how are they going to stay home? They have no home. The river washed their homes away. They've got nothing. And I'm not political, but Whitmer went to Sanford, or she went to Midland County, maybe not Sanford, but she went to Midland County. Maybe she was in Sanford.
I flew over it.
Oh yeah, she flew her personal helicopter up to Sanford. Anyway, which Sanford is driving distance from Lansing, but that's another story. Anyway, she went there to rubberneck the people of the city of Sanford, or the village of Sanford, putting on a good show, but yet at the same time telling people to stay home when they don't have a home to go to, because the river washed it away.
You want to hear something funny?
Makes no sense.
On the 19th, Jared, they said a stay-home thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the 19th was the same time they told everybody to evacuate.
Yeah.
It was the same time they told everybody
So
to
which is it? Do I stay home, evacuate? What the fuck do I do?
Do I get my boat and just float downstream?
Do I start paddling? Because you can't swim in 38 feet of water. You'll drown.
The currents.
The currents are so fast, you wouldn't survive. It would rush you away and they'd never find you.
They were talking, they had a 4-foot wave coming from that one lake.
Sanford Lake? Sanford Lake?
No, from the other one that went
Wixom Lake.
They had a
At
4-foot
Edenville.
wave coming from there to Saginaw.
Well, now Governor Whitmer wants to sue Boyce Hydro, the people who were responsible for building the dams, and the dams failed, and now that because we had so much rain and the river had taken on the dams had broken, they failed, and then Sanford was completely underwater. Edenville, completely. There is no Wixom Lake. Now they're just calling it the Tittabawassee River because there is no lake. They said it's bone dry. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's no lake because it all washed downstream, down the Tittabawassee.
They did find an old crane in the bottom of that.
An old crane?
That was built in the lake.
Yeah.
So,
Michigan is a mess right now. And
we need to do something different.
our governor, in the beginning, like with this whole COVID situation, okay, I understood the governor's stance. She's for the people. She wants to keep everybody safe and healthy. But now that time has gone on, and I'm starting to see her reactions and how she responds to certain situations, I'm done. I'm done with her. I don't support her anymore.
But in the same sense, you're telling you to stay home, but you can still be 10 people in a group. No more than 10 people in a group. You can still do that, really?
Well, the bottom line, I'm done. Whitmer, you had me believing in you up until now. You know, I should go down to Lansing and protest. I'm very familiar with the downtown area. I know where Capitol Building is. I've been on that lawn. As many of you have probably watched my video that I put together going on a tour of Capitol Building inside of it. I know what Capitol Building looks like. I know how to get there. I know exactly where it is. Maybe I should go down there and start holding up signs.
You know what would help keep everybody home? A good snowstorm.
That's not going to keep everybody home. Then the ski resorts are going to open. People are going to want to take their toboggans and their sleds out and snowmobiles. That's not going to keep anybody home. It never has before. Where have you been?
It's just dumb.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I don't care anymore, you know? People are they're pretty much doing what they want to do now anyway. People are already out and about doing what they want to do.
It's me, as they say, if you're driving down the road and you see 10 cars at a house or 5, and people don't live together,
Yeah.
if they're visiting, and then you look out in the backyard, oh, they're having a little get-together. Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, just like we did yesterday.
Yeah, and it was good.
We were down at our neighbors. We had a barbecue.
And it was nice.
Yeah.
We all had a good
It
time.
was great. I had a
Nobody's
wonderful
sick.
time.
Nobody's
Nobody's sick. Maybe seasonal allergies, but that's as far as it goes. Nobody's sick. We didn't maintain social distancing. We shook hands. We hugged. Well, they have a baby girl down there. She's a little over a year old.
Sweetest little thing.
She was playing in the dirt. Well, I was getting down on the ground playing in the dirt with her. They had these little like toy shovels down there, the plastic shovels, and she was barefoot in the dirt. And I'd take a little bit of dirt and put it on top of her foot, and I go, oh! And then she'd look at me and start smiling and giggling, and
I give her a guitar.
yeah, you gave her a guitar, and
That.
yeah, we had a great time. No worries. We were all having fun, enjoying each other's company. I made taco salad. They had pasta salad, and we had cheeseburgers and hot dogs, and I just said cheeseburger. It was all good. It was really good.
That's the problem. People are getting so uptight about staying home, Jared, that if they would just say, okay, go out, go have a cookout, have your friends. If you're sick, stay home. If not,
Yeah.
then fine.
Is it really hard to understand that if you're sick, you stay the fuck home? If I'm sick, I don't go anywhere.
Nope.
I stay in bed, or what I do is, if I've got money, I say, Dad, could you please run up to the store? Damn it. Can you please run up to the store and get me some chicken noodle soup and Verner's and crackers and things like that so I can fight this off? Sure. So I'll give him some money to buy the stuff I need, and then he'll bring it home and we'll go from there. But I'm not going to live in fear for the rest of my life. That's not a prescription for a healthy life. If you are sick, just stay home. That's really all there is to it. There's no reason. There's no reason why you cannot stay home if you're sick. Now, the people in Midland, those affected by the floods of the Tittabawassee River,
That make me sick.
they don't have a home.
That would make me sick.
That was their life's work, floating downriver. I couldn't imagine what they're going through.
Everything.
All the years you have worked hard for everything you've ever owned in your life. Blood, sweat, and tears.
And then they sure.
Just to watch it wash downriver.
Yep.
I couldn't imagine what those people are going through. That is devastating. That's catastrophic flooding. We have floods here in Chesaning when we get a lot of rain. And the Cole Park in Chesaning does wash out. I mean, it's moved picnic tables, and picnic tables are pretty heavy. But the force of water is even stronger. Just imagine, if you're not a flood victim, imagine watching your life's work being washed away downriver. I couldn't imagine that.
Like if you own a business and lost some cars like that one man did. He lost some nice cars. He
Yeah.
only found 2 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
It's,
Antique cars.
I couldn't imagine losing my home. You know, I mean, our house isn't the Hilton,
I have,
but it's a house. It's home.
I have something to say.
Hold on. My house isn't perfect. It's not brand spanking new. I don't live fancy. I don't live a high life. But it is a home. It's a house. It's where I hang my hat. It's where I cry. It's where I laugh. It's where I write my poetry. It's where I write my journals. It's where I record my Sunday video updates. This is home. This has been home for 22 years for me. I've lived here longer than I've ever lived anywhere in my whole life. This is home. And if I didn't have my home, I wouldn't know what I would do. Now I want you to think about that. What if that was your home? Lose everything. And I have no doubt there are people who've lost homes in a fire. That's just as devastating. But in a flood, I mean, we have a creek down the road here, Pickerel Creek. I've recorded video of Pickerel Creek, and I've uploaded it to my channel. You've seen Pickerel Creek.
We thought that was bad.
The whole field was flooded. We couldn't even get down our road without hydroplaning and fishtailing because water was crossing the road. And they tell you don't cross the road anyway because, or drive through a road that is covered in water because you can't judge the depth perception. There could be a big gaping hole and you can't see it. And chances are your insurance isn't going to cover it. I want you to think about where you would be without everything you have around you. Where would you be without it? You would be devastated. Those people in Midland County are devastated. They've got nothing. They have to start over from scratch. They have to, once again, work from the bottom up. They need all the help they can get right now. And it's a dirty, rotten shame that, I mean, nature unraveled itself. No doubt about it. But the point is that you cannot take anything or anyone for granted. Because what you have today might not be here tomorrow. And I want you people to remember that. Now you were going to make a point?
Yeah. What I was saying is, the floods, but people, don't leave your animals. Don't leave your dogs or your cats there. If you can get them out, get them out. Don't just leave them. I'm taking my babies with me.
You were going to say something too?
Yes. They were showing on the news the other day this lady in her house that was flooding. And all over her carpet and her floors were worms.
Yeah.
And she's like, how am I going to clean this out now?
Yeah. Well,
It's going to take a while.
Yeah.
they'll demolish it. They'll tear it down and build a new one.
It's just a shame.
And the insurance from State Farm and all of them are so.
Well, we don't want to single them out. We don't want to single out State Farm.
No. But
Just
all the
insurance companies in general.
Yeah, have got so much on their plate right now with so many homes and insurance claims and everything. It's hard for them to keep up. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, they might take a week for them to get to you, but
Yeah.
they're doing the best they can. They're doing
It's-
the best they can.
It's a shame.
It is a downright shame.
All I can do at this point is to extend my love and my thoughts out to the people of Midland County, and
Sanford and all of them.
that's Midland County.
Everybody.
Just,
floods.
I'm sorry for your loss. You've sustained an incredible amount of destruction. And it's unbelievable, the footage, the pictures.
Yeah.
The village of Sanford alone, I mean, the destruction, my God.
Everybody works together.
It was awful.
Yeah, everybody works together
And-
and helps each other. We can make it through. They can make
And I also wanted to point out that I think it's the DEQ which is the Department of Environmental Quality, Michigan DEQ. They are advising parents to not allow their children to play down by the river, the Tittabawassee River, the Shiawassee River, the Bad River, even the Saginaw River, perhaps, because there's uncontained or what is the word? There's raw sewage that spilled into the river, and with the Tittabawassee River floating near Dow Chemical in Midland, the main chemical plant. They did shut down operations, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know. But the DEQ is advising parents to not allow children to play down by those rivers, the Shiawassee, the Tittabawassee, the Saginaw River, or the Bad River.
Keep your children away.
Keep your kids away from the rivers because there's raw sewage. Is it uncontained or I can't remember the word they use, but there's raw sewage in the rivers.
And Shiawassee.
I said Shiawassee.
Yeah, because that's where
I said Shiawassee, Tittabawassee, Bad River, and Saginaw River.
A lot of them. That's too bad.
But it's really it's bad up here, guys. It's bad. If you've been watching the news from like CBS and ABC and all those, and you listen to the coverage of the Midland, they talk about catastrophic flooding northwest of Saginaw. Okay, they're accurate. That's correct, but the geographical points that they're referring to are Midland, Sanford, and Edenville. So keep that in mind. 3 cities. Downtown Midland was deluged under 9 feet of water. And even we were in St. Charles last week. Dad and I went over to St. Charles last week, and M52 was shut off at both of the bridges that cross the Bad River, both the north and the south branches of the Bad River, because the water was so high.
And they were deteriorating. They were
Yeah, and we went over to Lumberjack Park, and it was a mess. I mean, the parking lot wasn't flooded out, but you could actually walk under the pavilion, walk up to the shoreline of the river. And, St. Charles is a swamp anyway, but,
bridge,
yeah.
railroad bridge. But the people in the back,
Yeah.
they were all...
Yeah, there's the river washed right up into people's backyards as you're coming into St. Charles on M52. We had a lot of rain. We had more rain this morning. We don't need any more fucking rain. We don't need any more rain. And they're talking, we're supposed to be in the mid to upper 80s this week. It's going to get hot and muggy and sticky and humid. We're supposed to even have thunderstorms, showers and thunderstorms. We don't need any more rain. We don't. We've got enough rain. The last thing we need is rain. But it's going to get really hot and humid and muggy and sticky, and I don't fare well in the heat. I'm allergic to the sun, and this is not going to be a good week. I'm going to have photosensitivity flare-ups like no other.
Yep.
But if I can avoid going outside as much as possible, and the neighbors, well, let's have a cookout, let's drink beer. I'm sorry, not today. I'm sorry. I can't do it. The sun the heat gets to be too much.
Really quick, too.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much what's happening here in Michigan. Basically just the flooding situation, but it's not a big deal, or it is a big deal. I'm not gonna shrug it under the rug as if it's not a big deal. That's what I meant to say. It is a huge deal. And the people in Midland County are a huge deal. So, that's basically where we are. Yeah. We were even at a friend's house last week, and she's got a baby, cutest little baby in the world. We were all outside, sitting at a picnic table, and I'm potentially might be telling on us because we're not social distancing. But I don't think anybody's social distancing anymore.
No.
But anyway, we went to our friend's house, and she had her little baby outside, and we sat at a picnic table, and I had her just giggling and laughing, and I would make faces at her, and I'd talk to her just like this, you know, and she'd be so happy, and
I made her cry.
You know,
Like that.
you can still live life. Life is still going on regardless of a health scare, you know. I don't understand why people can't use their heads, use common sense. If you're sick, stay home. I'm not sick, and I'm definitely not, if I'm sick, I'm definitely not going to go around children or babies. Or anybody, but particularly kids. I'm not going to go around babies and kids if I'm sick. I understand, and if they're sick, I don't want to be around them. Because I have a very weak immune system because of chemo and stuff from 30 years ago, but it was a great time. Okay, I had fun. I saw some friends. I had fun. I shouldn't have to feel guilty because I want to see my friends. You know, it's ridiculous to have to, and then I have to justify my travels as essential travel. You know what? There's people going up north right now for Memorial Day weekend. It's not essential. It's vacation time. They're tired of sitting home. And after the shit that Whitmer pulled, I don't blame them for not wanting to sit home.
And then why would they fine a person for being out if she's going up north hanging with a graduation, her daughter for graduation and other people?
Yeah.
Why would we get a fine? She should be fined
Yeah.
the same as we would be.
I mean, why the fuck can't we leave home, but she can? Just because she's a governor, she gets special treatment because she's special person X? That's ridiculous.
Well, did you hear, Jared? She opened it to where you can gather in 10.
Yeah.
But you still got to stay 6 feet apart.
Oh, and another thing is bars will be open up north
Yeah.
because she's going up north. She's got to have booze. They all got to have for the graduations. Well, yet no bars here around this area down below.
Down below.
Where we live or anybody else. They're not opening no bars. Well, they're up there. We're down there.
Down below.
Well, we're down.
They're up here. We're down here. We're down below.
Well, I say it. They're up higher than we are. They're that way.
They're north of us.
Okay, that.
We're mid-Michigan. They're northern Michigan.
Okay. We're in the middle.
Oh my God.
Now Dad's got us in the middle.
Down below. Down below.
She opened up the bars up there, but yet not here.
Yeah.
Because they're having a graduation party. Really?
We've been to Mackinac City. We've been to Grayling. We've been to Gaylord. All those places along 75 and 127. We've been up north. It's beautiful up there. The country up there is just it's breathtaking. Northern Lower Michigan.
Up north, down below.
No, up north, down south. Compared to the Upper Peninsula, see, they're Yoopers, we're the Trolls because we're south of the bridge or under the bridge.
Hey,
But we're not down below.
they don't troll.
Down below.
No.
We live south of the bridge. We're Trolls. The Michiganders, the ones that live in the mitten, we're the Trolls, and the people who live in the Upper Peninsula are the Yoopers. So every time I go to Iron Mountain to visit my extended family, a Troll is going to meet Yoopers, and I become a Yooper for a weekend. It's beautiful.
Now,
The Upper Peninsula is awesome.
What are you called when you go to New York to visit your friends there?
They're out of sight.
I have no
They're out
idea.
of town.
A Big Appler? I don't know.
Out of sight.
Because, they don't live in New York City. They live in New York State in a small town. But I don't know what I would call it. But in Michigan, that's just because we have 2 pieces of land.
Well, you used to call yourself Michigan Gander.
A Michigander.
Yeah,
That's what we are. We're Michiganders regardless if you live in the Upper or Lower Peninsula. But that's the old joke is if you live south of the Mackinac Bridge, you're a Troll. If you live north of the Mackinac Bridge, you're a Youper because you're in the Upper Peninsula, the UP.
If you live down south, you're southern.
See, like if you're in Sheboygan or Mackinac City, because Mackinac City is still in the Lower Peninsula, but once you cross that bridge and you come into St. Ignace, now you're in Youper territory because that's the Upper Peninsula. When you pay the toll and you get on the other side of the bridge. Because when you go north on the we cross the Mackinac Bridge in my van. But when you go north on the Mackinac Bridge, this side you got Lake Michigan, this side you got Lake Huron. Now if you're coming south, coming back this way, you've got Lake Huron here and Lake Michigan here. And then from St. Ignace heading south, you'd come into Mackinac City again. It's just backwards. I love Michigan, but I don't know. Some of these people, they're just, well, that's I wouldn't use that word. Not the R word, not the R word, but
I would say they're stupid.
The people, our elected officials, I think, need to, get their heads out of their asses.
Yeah. You hear that, Whitnett? Whitnett?
But, it's not stopping anybody from traveling. The whole safer at home, it's not stopping anybody.
The damn gas prices.
And a lot of people say, well, if the people in Lansing would have just stayed home, yeah, okay, if they would have just stayed home. But now at the same time, Whitmer's going up north. She's not staying home. So what difference does it make? Why should we have to stay home while she gets to venture out? That's not right.
Just a sea thing.
Now I understand where tyranny comes into play, because you don't get to tell us to stay home, that we have to stay home, while you get to venture out and do whatever the hell you want to do, just because you're the governor and you're special person X.
She ain't special. She's just another person like we are.
So,
Because she just run things, but I could run a lot different than she is.
yeah.
I do a better job.
And
I think Jared could too.
it's just repugnant for people to behave this way. I mean, come on now, And yeah, I don't even know where to go with that anymore. It's just it's so stupid.
What makes
Okay, why don't we change the subject? Sound good?
She ain't no special than we are.
But anyway, unless it's sunny out, or if it's hot outside, I'm not going outside. If it's really sunny, I'm not going outside. But
Today.
it looks like is it cloudy outside? Like
Cloudy.
like overcast?
I think so.
Because if it's overcast, I'll probably go outside for a little while, get some fresh air. But
I do have that swing out there with the thing over.
yeah, the canopy. Yeah.
I did fix that yesterday.
And I hate to even bring this up again this week, because it's being talked about ad nauseum, being played over like a broken record over and over and over and over again. People, I'm aware of Milk Tyson. Please stop sending me messages in Messenger about Milk Tyson. I'm aware of the con artist that he is. I'm aware that he's using sick kids to improve his internet image. I'm aware. Please stop bombarding me with things that I'm already aware of. I appreciate you looking out, and I appreciate you bringing it to my attention. But guys, I'm already aware. It's already been brought to my attention. Thank you. I understand he's a con artist. I understand he's using sick kids. And I understand that there's so many parents who are just blind and privy to his bullshit that, I'm privy to it, and many others are blind to it. I'm not blind to it. He's using your kids to make himself look good, to improve his internet image. He's preying on the hardships of somebody else to make it about himself. Y'all need to wake up, smell the fucking coffee, because he's not for your kids. He's about himself. No, well, my cup of coffee is about gone.
Would you like the last cup?
Yeah, what the hell? But here you go. Thank you.
I'm having more issues with this hand.
Yeah.
At night, it's going freaking dumb on me and hurting.
Like there's no blood flow, or?
Yeah.
I don't even know what else to talk about. I've pretty much exhausted everything I want to discuss, what I wanted to talk about.
And they're saying it's arthritis. I think it's more.
Yeah, probably more than just arthritis. It's probably like a severe carpal tunnel thing going on, or
something.
Yeah.
Well, I already been told I had pinched nerves and tendons.
Yeah.
By two-
Tendons are no joke.
by 2 doctors.
Yeah.
One was a psychiatric doctor. He looked at it and he says, I hate to tell you, you got pinched nerves and tendons in there. So I went to a doctor up at the hospital in the back. He looked at him. He says, I can't even touch him because your hands are so bad. Not only
Excuse me.
arthritis, but pinched nerves and tendons.
Yeah. Tendons.
Yeah, so I told Dad I may call that doctor back up and see if I can get into him again.
Yeah.
Because the one I got ain't doing crap.
It's let's see, today is the 24th. Next Sunday is the 31st. Yeah, next Sunday is the 31st, right? I guess so. If my math is correct, next Sunday is the 31st. Dad, is next Sunday the 31st?
Oh, next Sunday? Can I turn this on?
Yeah, turn it on.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, let there be lighty. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, 31st.
See, my math was not incorrect.
Hey, boys.
She was getting your attention, Dad, and you walked right away from her.
What?
What?
I'm going to go in my room and smoke
Yeah,
before we go.
whatever.
Are you guys heading out today? Oh, yeah, that's right. Tomorrow's Memorial Day,
We're going to
and
the cemetery today and
they're going to go to Owasso and
up by Ovid.
or out by Ovid and go to her adopted dad's grave site because he served in a war. He's a veteran, and he passed away some time ago. And so that's where they're going to be. I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm probably just going to hang back here and maybe get some laundry done. Do we have any laundry soap?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll probably do some laundry and...
I bought this soap, and I finished those dishes up when I got back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I forgot it out in the car the other night.
Oh, yeah. But, I really don't know what else to talk about. I think I pretty much talked about everything I needed to discuss here in this week's edition of the Sunday Video Update.
Remember our soldiers out there.
Yeah, remember our veterans for Memorial Day. It's not about, and
First responders.
yeah, and it's really not. It's not about cookouts and vacations. It's about people who had sacrificed their lives for our rights. Good. There's lots of boys and girls who fought and died for the freedoms that we have today. We shouldn't take light of that. We shouldn't take light of that situation. We shouldn't take it lightly. We shouldn't, soften it to the point where, we're just going to have a bonfire and a cookout, and we're going to travel north, and which is fine if you want to You know what? I encourage you to get out. I encourage it now, because after the shit that Whitmer pulled, just get up and leave. There's really no point in sticking around. Go visit your friends. But in reality, when we're going to talk about what Memorial Day actually is, it's about remembering those who have given their lives for our freedoms. So if you are a family of a war vet who didn't make it, we send our love and our condolences, and we give our thanks for their service to this country and for fighting for the freedoms of not only us but all of you watching. And we salute and support our military boys and girls. definitely. We are very big supporters of the military. So, so Amy went into the bedroom to
Take care of some business.
do some stuff in there. Were there any last words you wanted to offer?
Be safe and be careful out there and be safe. You know, and help one another.
Yes. I'll second that. I'll echo what Dad said. And what's that?
She thirds it.
She thirds. Okay, she thirds that. Okay. My final words for this week: help people. We got to help one another. Don't do it for social media accolades and the thumbs up and the hearts. Help people, because helping people is the right thing to do. Pay it forward. Help people. Get out there. If you see someone in need of help, help them. You don't need to take your camera. You don't need to take pictures. You don't need to make yourself look good. You should only care about being good and feeling good. My name is Jared Fuller. Thanks for watching another installment of the Sunday Video Update. They're going to be leaving. I'm going to take care of some stuff around here. We love you guys. Happy Memorial Day. Have a wonderful week. For people in Midland County, please be safe. I know cleanup efforts are underway, and you guys are working so tirelessly trying to get everything cleaned up and sorted out. We love you. Stay strong. And I'll catch you next week, guys. Have a good one. Take care.